Good early afternoon, everyone. So, we've been getting a lot of questions about our mushrooms, and a lot of people are intrigued about how we're growing our mushrooms and what to do, and have been requesting a step by step process on how we got our mushrooms plugged and ready to go in these logs. So, I want to take you along for this journey and show you how we plugged our logs in order to start producing some mushrooms for ourselves. So, let's go take a quick gander. You want to start by making sure you have the right plugs. Take a look at the log. You want to make sure one of the key things before you get started with mushrooms is making sure that you do some background checks on the variety of mushrooms that you're growing and the type of wood that they like. These varieties that we're growing, from our Phoenix oysters to lion's mane and turkey tail, they love a hardwood, preferably a sugar maple, which we have a beautiful maple here. It is one of the main choices, but there is others as well as beech. You just have to do a double check on the variety that you're growing to make sure that you know exactly what type of wood that variety of mushrooms likes to collinate. So over here we have our turkey tail. Once you have your plugs sorted out, you're going to want to let the plug sit out for roughly about 30 minutes. This is a drill bit you're going to use. It's 5/16 of an inch, and we taped it off at roughly about a little over an inch. That is what the plugs take. You don't want to go any deeper, otherwise you're filling the hole with a lot more wax than needed. You can buy the drill kit, or you can also just tape it around exactly like we did. Saves you a little bit of money. Are going to drill your holes, you want to go directly in a diamond pattern like you see here. The more plugs you use on a larger piece of wood, is the quicker it's going to collinate. Again, you don't want to have massive sizes because there is a chance that it doesn't collinate, or it takes forever before it starts producing any type of mushrooms. When you go in, you're going to plug each hole again. That's the drill set that you're going to go in and then go through and plug all the holes, what you'll see next. Plugging our turkey tail. Now that we have our Phoenix oyster log plugged, you can see where it's been completely plugged. We're going to get this waxed up, all the plugs, and make sure that it's completely sealed. We did the exact same for our turkey tails. Looking great. Here is our wax that we used. It came with our plugs. Best way to do this is, if you don't have a heater, cut a tin can, put the wax in there, put it in some water where it fills up to about there. And on low heat, you don't want it bubbling, but enough that it gradually warms up the can and melts your wax. Now we're going to seal all our plugs. Once you have finished adding your wax to all the plugs, you want to make sure you also add the wax to any open surfaces or scars or any wounds on the tree bark itself. And then once you do have everything all plugged and wax dry, you're just going to give the bark a nice little mist right through. Again, you don't want it soaking, but a nice little mist to keep it right through. And one of the key things too is having the right airflow. Mushrooms do like a lot of proper airflow as well as the humidity. It's not, most people think it's just a humidity. Right airflow and the humidity, of course, definitely will get these mushrooms going. Things with mushrooms as well, and a lot of people think they're extremely hard work. They are one of the easiest things to get going. With the right humidity, again, you can grow these right indoors, putting them in a plastic bag and just watching them, consistently changing the airflow and misting them and closing the bag back up. You can have these mushrooms growing very much in your basement. You can just honestly plug it and leave it right outside for the duration of the winter and through the season. It will just take a little bit longer before you reap the benefits of a harvest. Nonetheless, mushrooms are very durable, very simple, and one of the most healthiest vegetables or plants out there. So again, you want to get yours going, get them started soon. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to our little mushroom update and how we got our log started here in Canada right through the winter, and are going to remain right through the winter and hopefully be able to harvest off of these in the coming months. So again, thank you so much for everyone that's just tuning in. Thank you for all the support as well for those that have been tuning in for a while, and we appreciate all of you. So thank you so much for tuning into our mushroom little update, and have a great day.